Hey, this is Rap the News. And looky, look what we got here. Pop goes the weasel. The weasel stuck his head out of the ground like a groundhog. Uh, just a couple of days ago, about 3 or 4 days ago, I had a dream about Pastor Dow. And in this dream, he was bigger and buffer than me. In the dream, he was. Not in real life, but the dream. And he, we were fighting in the house, and basically it started out like verbally, like we were just like verbal threats going back and forth, and then he stood up. You know, he was very aggressive in the dream, and he stood up, and we arm locked, right? So it's like the wrestlers, like when they grab each other's arms, and and we in an arm lock, and we going back and forth, and he seemed very in the dream, and this is a dream, it ain't reality. He seemed very intimidating in that dream, in the dream, and I don't know what that was for, and I said to myself, I might be getting into a debate with Dow, said to my family. Because I'm sitting here dreaming about him. I'm dreaming about him for some reason. And then, because I don't dream about Dow or men. I just don't. And anyway, not like that. So my brother comes in the house, and this is a brother that I haven't talked to in many years, because he's uh, let's see, a backslider, a disbeliever, atheist, should I say that? So he started out, in the faith, but then he married a Gentile, and then he started transgressing back, and now he don't believe in a God, So I don't have nothing to do with him because he don't believe in God. If you believed in God, I could have probably something to do with you, but you have no God, I can't deal with you. So anyway, he comes in. And I go, oh, there go my brother. He jumps on Dow's side, so now he's debating. Me and Dow was in the arm lock, going back and forth. And I was like, this is crazy. And then somehow, something broke us out of that arm lock, bam. And then he was kind of like bewildered and calm. And then, I'm still talking mad trash, and the dream kind of like fades off like that. And I was like, what the heck was that, man? And then today, speaking of the devil, you know, uh, I found this comment right here. It was in these comments, and it says, who is this fool? It's from Pastor Dow. Who is this fool? I'm going to tell you what my first thought is, man. Here's my first thought. This cannot possibly be Pastor Dow because he's too much of a coward to address me. That is my first thought. I said somebody has broken into Pastor Dow's computer and wrote this just to be funny. That's my first thought, because he is too much of a coward to face me. That's my belief. Despite what my dream's saying, how like a big bad wolf huffing and puffing in my dream, but in reality, I believe he picks his fights very carefully. I said, if he picks a fight with me or a battle with me or anything else, or even come to a debate, he must be loaded with big time weapons. He must got some information on me. He must have sent some kind of spy team and investigated me and blah 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 blah. Right. And so he writes, who is this fool who hides behind YouTube? Oh, that fool would be Rap the News. That's who that fool would be. That fool would be Rap the News. Fool. You, just like all the others that attack me, are nothing but liars. huh? Wow. Liars. A fool and a liar. What a deceiver you are, and an antichrist. You are the one who is going to hell, pig. Wow. You know, wow. And it's just like how I'm sounding. Sounds like a joke. I'm gonna tell you, I'll peg you, Pastor Dow. You are a coward. You are a coward. You are a calculated coward. That's how I peg you. Um, I don't think you had a balls enough to actually really face me unless you are loaded down with ammunition. Maybe you just was bored on your computer and you spotted a video that I made about you and you decided to say some shitty shit and then move on. I don't believe you actually really want to stand your ground and back up what you say. That's how I peg you. Please fool me, you know what I mean? You know, I'm over here quaking in my boots. But I wrote, come on down. You know full well who I am, and he does. Why the liar is the one who acting like he just saw me and addressed this issue. Nah, he know who I am. Me and a whole lot of people have came to him on, you know, my videos that I have made about him. You know, he saw them and his congregation saw them. You know, I'm pretty sure they laughed their ass off too. I represent God's truth. That's what I'm representing here. He's the liar. And you, sir, are the very deceiver who have been afraid to address me. That's the truth. Coward. That's how I picture him. I could be wrong, but usually I'm not. I'm a good judge of character here. But I've been patiently waiting for you to address you on the lies you have been falsely teaching our people. I have 5 simple questions, and everybody over here on this side now, you know, I got probably, if you total the subscribers, I don't know, about 20,000 subscribers, if you total them. And all of these subscribers been waiting on you to open your mouth, to come and address me. And then, you know, it ain't like I'm addressing you on your personal life. I'm not making it personal. You know, I'm not addressing you on that. I've been waiting for you to address you on the lies you have been falsely teaching our people. I have 5 simple questions. I don't believe you can address me on in the Bible without entering the lake of fire as a liar below. These are the questions below. And so, yeah, the audience, and I'm talking to Dow if you're listening, my audience have been waiting, you know, for me to debate you. I'm, you know, rather shocked that your face appeared. I thought you was cowering somewhere on Dow's Dust Ranch. You know. First, number 1. Did God ever say he had a son? In the Old or the New Testament? And I'm talking about God speaks directly like, I am God, I am the Lord, you know, this is my name. You know, my glory I don't give to anybody. He's a direct talker. I'm not talking about that indirect crap that's in the Bible that someone put in there that says, a voice came from heaven and said, this is my son, whom I am well pleased, not knowing who the voice was. God talks directly. He says, I am God and the Lord, and if he had a son, this is my son. Funny how he didn't have that son in the Old Testament, though. So, you know, 5 simple questions that if Dow can speak the truth, he can answer. But you can't answer this as a Christian without being a liar. I don't believe so. And he said, I'm not a Christian. You are a Christian, hiding behind the Hebrew or in clothing, like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Number 2, did God ever say Yahushua, which is Jesus, was on his right side at any time? Did God say that? Or did John say that? Or did Paul say that? Or did Peter or Matthew or Luke say that? But did God ever say, there is my son on my right side? You know, I know you can't debate me. I really know that. You know, I know you may be watching the video, but I know you can't debate me. Number 3, did God ever say pray and serve Jesus? Here is my beloved son. Pray to him now. You guys go through him and serve him. Did God ever say that? I'm not dealing with y'all no more, Israel. Y'all go through Christ now. I know you can't answer those questions. Simple Christian questions of things that y'all say y'all believe in, but I don't believe you can answer those questions as a Christian, you know, as a coward, and as you write, as a fool. If Yahweh, meaning God, don't change, is there a new covenant? If so, when did God change it, Mr. Dow? You know, I went to the Hebrew camps. I'm not with them. I went to them. They can't answer shit. You know, I went to Watchmen Reports, Watchmen Yah and Deborah Yah. They can't answer shit. Neither can their kids answer shit. I even went to the people in your congregation. They can't answer shit. And I've been sitting here patiently twiddling my thumbs. And anybody who jumped up to answer shit, I pulled the rug off them under and they ended up on their face and drug out by their waist. Same way you gonna go out. You know, here you doing, you ain't gonna accept my challenge. And I know your people have came to you, but then you're gonna accept some silly ass challenge about Christmas and Easter and actually really travel down there making yourself look like a big ass fucking idiot. Two fat Gentiles talking about Christmas and Easter. You should be way beyond that shit. You know, I'm asking some serious questions right here pertaining to our faith. Christmas and Easter. What kind of shit is that? Number 5. Has the Bible been infiltrated, tampered with? If so, what was the false information added, Mr. Dow? I'd like to know that, Mr. Dow. You know, I've been sitting here patiently waiting, twiddling my thumbs. It's like somebody, I'm the champion for real. You got the title. I'm the champion for real. And I've been sitting here waiting to actually fight you. And the people know who the winner is already. They already know. I'm going to put you out. They already know that. You know, and I've been sitting here anciently waiting, you know, systematically for, you know, the boxing commission to give me my spot and my chance. And now they ain't got no choice. So I put in this as well. 1 Peter 3:15. Be ready to always give an answer to every man, Mr. Dow. Be ready to. So it's just 5 simple questions. You know, you could boil it down to 1. You could boil it down to 3. You know, I have more questions. You know, if someone asks me a question about my religion, and that's believing in the one true God of Israel, it ain't Islam. You know, it ain't, what they call it, Seventh-day Adventist. I'm not a Mormon. I'm not a, what they call them, Jehovah's Witness. I'm none of that. I ain't no Freemason. I'm just a man sitting over here waiting to debate someone about Christianity. because I believe in the God of Israel, and I believe the New Testament, a lot of it, to be a lie. And I'm not some Old Testament guy. I believe in the New Testament. I just take out the part that I know that has been infiltrated by pagans and Gentiles. I don't think God's people would ever do anything like that. But I believe Gentiles and pagans would infiltrate. The devil's will. So anyway, again, me and the many viewers on my channel have been waiting for you to man up. And so there is my questions for you, Mr. Dow. Please respond back with answers like God commanded you. 1 Peter 3:15. Be ready to always give an answer, Mr. Dow. Or else continue to hide in your little dusty ranch of lies. Have a good day, sir. So, again, to the listeners, I'm like LL on this one. I've been waiting and debating for oh so long. Been waiting for it. So, come out the box, Weasel. Pop. This wrap the news.